Hi there, Rabbi. I hear that you recently received a compliment.
Yes, I am thrilled with someone accused me because of it was either because of a podcast or because of the YouTube. Someone accused me of being a dreamer because the comment said there could never be peace with Israel and Palestine. There can't be peace between Arabs and Jews. There could never be any peace. And I'm just a dreamer. And Joe, I'm thrilled with being called a dreamer.
I'm sure that John Lennon would be thrilled with you being called a dreamer too. His song is always one that's quoted as a hopeful one for the future, especially in times of conflict like these. I don't think we hear it often enough. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one.
I'm watching the news and I'm reading all kinds of articles. And the latest discussion or fight is about the media. The my colleagues in the Jewish press is saying there's no starvation, it's fine, food's being distributed, and that the Hamas is taking pictures and they're winning the media war. And then I read articles the other side, why aren't we winning the media war? And it's very frustrating, Joe, because I hear less and less about the reality I see. I mean, I see stuff on CNN, I see things on MSNBC, I see things on Fox. They have reporters on the ground and their pictures. There is a problem with food distribution. People are starving, people are dying. Whether the figures are inflated or not is irrelevant. So let's just say that half the number of people, it's half the number that the Hamas press is promoting. That's still incredible. If we cut it up by three quarters, it's still too many people. And the absurdity that I keep reading is not how to solve the problem, not how other Arab countries can step in and stop it. People are dying. It's not going to lead to peace. And I'm thrilled that I'm dreaming that we can solve this if we look at what's going on and adjoining countries join in this process of saying we have to stop it now. But to make it into a media war isn't helping.
Well, doesn't it boil down to the fact that if there was an obvious solution, we could all point to it and say, there's the obvious solution. But then the solutions that are proposed are not obvious. There's always somebody who has an argument against any peaceful resolution to this. Whether it's a good reason or a bad reason doesn't matter so much as there's too much argument left on the table, too much to be debated in order to implement a peaceful solution. So, isn't it left to the dreamers? Isn't it the only thing that we can hang on to, hope, until something presents itself?
There's always going to be people, Joe, on both sides that say it's not extreme enough. The only way is to annihilate and to get rid of. That's the only solution. So I'm asking all the countries involved to put those solutions aside and look at each other and say, what can we do that'll be reasonable, that'll work, that'll be helpful? And I see more and more division here in the United States. And I have to bring up Munich and Neville Chamberlain. I see shades of Neville Chamberlain giving territory to Hitler and saying, "Oh, once we give him this, he's not going to invade. He's not going to do anything. We'll all be safe." And that kind of appeasement I see coming again in a number of different places. It hasn't worked. It won't work. It'll lead to something far worse. So we have to get away from any form of seceding territory and look at people, individuals, and say, what can we do? And we have to get away from this media war, Joe, accusing each side of inflating what's going on, misdirecting us.
So you're not suggesting that one side or the other is capitulating in any way, and you're not suggesting that Gaza give in to Israel or the other way around. You're just saying that the aggression and any kind of appeasement or aggression is not going to work. What needs to happen is negotiation and communication. And that's what we've been saying all along.
And I believe it has to come from the Arab neighbors, from the countries, because it will be in everyone's best interest before things get far worse. And they certainly could get worse, Joe.
Okay. Thank you, Rabbi. As always, I remain hopeful and I will continue to dream for peace. And I know you will too.
And I consider that comment to be the best thing someone could say about me because I'm a dreamer.